Hello everyone, and today we're diving into one of the most exciting new features in ChatGPT, a major upgrade that could completely change your work. OpenAI has officially introduced MCP, which is short for Model Context Protocol, and if you look at their announcement here, it says that ChatGPT can now connect to more internal sources and pull in real-time context, keeping existing user-level permissions. If you've never heard of MCP before, here's what you need to know. It's a standard that lets ChatGPT securely connect external tools and data sources like Google Drive, Google Calendar, Gmail, Dropbox, HubSpot, your Outlook, Teams, and many more. With just a few clicks, ChatGPT can now search, fetch, and use information from your own files and emails and documents all inside a single conversation. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how I use it with my own Google Drive to support advanced research with the results that are fast, structured, and grounded in real data. So depending on your plan, you'll see that pro users will mainly be able to use the built-in connectors that they've already added here. You won't be able to customize external tools just yet, and you'll see that you'll only be able to use it with deep research, but as we'll see, using it with deep research is one of the most important ways that you can use it. So many people are calling 2025 the year of AI agents, and this is a major step in that direction. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how connectors in ChatGPT work, how to set them up, a real example of how useful it is to integrate your Google Drive in your research. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be doing is setting it up together step by step. So what you need to do is click on your profile and then go to settings. And once you're in settings, you're going to find here on the left hand side connectors. So we're going to choose that, and this will open a number of connectors that you can choose from, and you can choose the tool you want. For this video, we're going to be working with Google Drive. So I'm going to select Google Drive, and then what you need to do is click on connect, and then you agree to continue to Google, and then you'll choose the email that you want to connect it with. And then once that is done, it will ask you to select what ChatGPT can access. So I'm just going to allow it to access everything. And then once you've done that, you'll see that Google Drive is now under my enabled connectors. Okay, so now once Google Drive is connected, ChatGPT automatically has access to our files and can pull directly from the documents stored in our drive. So if we look quickly at my Google Drive, you'll see that it will be able to access a huge amount of research articles that I have already uploaded from all the various folders. And not only that, but it will be able to access my other study files. For example, it will have access to the study overview and research questions, the various data sets that I have here, any files that you have stored in your Google Drive, it will be able to access that. And as you'll see, when we ask it to generate a full research report on AI in healthcare, it doesn't just search the web, but it will have access to this entire research archive. It can read our actual files, extract the content, and write the report based on both the search that it does online as well as our actual files. So in order for us to be able to access the Google Drive files, what we need to do is we need to run deep research, because it's only available when we activate deep research. It's not available in chat right now. So we're going to run deep research, and once you've done that, you'll see that now you'll have your web search connected and the Google Drive connected. Now, the other thing that you need to know is that you only have the option to connect it to your general Google Drive. You cannot specify specific folders. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that in our prompt, we actually mention the specific folders that we want it to access. So in order to help it to really focus on where it's extracting the information from. So let's look at what I've added in my prompt. You're going to see that I've said I'm preparing a comprehensive research report on the role of artificial intelligence in improving diagnostic accuracy in healthcare. And I've mentioned here I've connected 4 Google Drive folders to support this task: study overview and research questions, datasets, literature, government reports, and try to draw attention, try to get it to look at these specific folders when it's conducting the research. Please use these materials in conjunction with credible, academically rigorous external sources to develop a detailed evidence-based report. I've also given it some key instructions. Use the study overview and research question folder to establish the research scope and clearly define the guiding research question. Conduct in-depth research using peer-reviewed journal articles. Integrate insights from the literature folder as well to either support or challenge findings from external sources, and then also draw on the government reports folder. And then I've also given it some idea into how to structure the report in terms of an introduction, thematic analysis, key discussions and practical applications, conclusions and recommendations. And then I've also given it some referencing guidelines. And here reference all materials from Drive by their file or folder titles, and I've asked it to cite external sources using APA. And then once I have all that information and my prompt is is ready, I can then enter that. And then you'll see that as with conducting regular deep research, it comes back with a number of questions. So it says, should the report cover only diagnostic use cases in human healthcare? Are there any specific countries you have preferred length? So I'm just going to add here all no preferred length, and you'll see that now once it has all the information, it will begin the research. Okay, you can see now it's searching in my drive, it's searching for research question 1. And you can see here that it's saying reading more from Google Drive. So you can see that it's extracting sources not just from external sources, but also from the Google Drive itself. And now it's gathering insights from external sources as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the output that we've received after running our deep research prompt. And what you can see is that this is really impressive. From the beginning, you'll see it begins with a clear, well-written introduction, and then it defines the scope of the research, explains why AI and diagnostics matter, and it sets the stage with the focused research questions that I have in my folder. And you can see it combines the information, the study overview and research question materials, and then it tells us by investigating these questions, the study seeks to illuminate the current role and future potential of AI in diagnostic decision making. What you'll notice in the thematic analysis is that it not only builds the analysis around the clear, meaningful themes, but extracts information using a combination of the Google Drive as well as external sources that it's found related to the different themes. And this is following the instructions that we mentioned. And it doesn't just list the findings, it weaves them together into a narrative, and you find that it's coherent, that it's backed by evidence. And I like that it integrates the quotes as well from selected sources in the Google Drive. And it does this with a large number of themes, and then it follows the structured headings that I've asked it to incorporate, which is the key discussions and practical applications. Again, you'll find using the external sources and some information from my Google Drive as well, and continues to do this for a large number of themes. And then we have the conclusion and recommendation section, and then as we mentioned, it identifies where it's extracted the information from and includes the list of sources at the end as well. So you'll see that it's done a great job with this. However, there are certain limitations that we need to keep in mind. For now, MCP only works in deep research mode. It's not available in the general chat. Reports can take 10 to 40 minutes to generate. This particular one took about 20 minutes, and several times it had to go back to the Google Drive to extract the information, but that's expected because it's doing quite a lot of reading from the Google Drive folders. The other thing is that you'll see that although it references Google Drive, it doesn't specifically tell you which folder it's extracting the information from. So you need to be very organized, always go back to that folder and see where it's extracting the article from. However, it does tell you the name of the file that it's taking the data from, so that at least you can go back to that reference. The other thing is that when you connect it to the Google Drive, you don't have the option to choose a specific folder. So a workaround for this, as we did in the beginning, is to specify which folders that you want it to focus on when extracting the information. So despite these limitations, the fact that ChatGPT can now integrate, read, understand, and deliver information based on our own data is a huge advantage. And I see that these ChatGPT connectors are just going to get better as ChatGPT integrates more functions. So I hope you found this overview useful, and see you in the next video.